Sega.
Yeah, this one's it's a bit more stunted. It's not some like loud white guy like fucking just shouting in your face.
Check 1, 2.
Also, let it be known, like this is a great case for like fucking product of its time or what have you. But like, if there was any other Sonic game that could be accused of like endorsing fucking EDM or vaporwave, this one takes a cake. Aside from any of the other ones. Look at that. Ah, oh, dude. Those individual frames, though, of, like, those character profiles. In celebration of Sonic Mania being just around the corner for release, we have decided to take the opportunity to essentially record a few choice Sonic titles from back in the day that really... that I think we... feel have really inspired Sonic Mania. And this one's the one that everybody shits on, and I don't know why, because I'm going to be honest with you. It is definitely one of my favorites. I think this one specifically really helped inspired, I think, the aesthetic of Sonic Mania, where they kind of carried over like that rendered soft color palette.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really see that in any other Sonic game. And then, like, the moment I saw Sonic Mania, it immediately just jetted up, like, fucking old memories of Knuckles Chaotix.
No,
which,
this game was originally supposed to be Sonic 4, was it not?
Yeah, so the game was always supposed to go this way, but they did prototype Sonic and Tails being in it. And then the prototype was an internal build in Sega that was codenamed Sonic Crackers that got leaked. That essentially incorporated the same like ring rubber band physics that you're seeing here. That like, yeah. By the way, everybody shits on this, and I don't know why. Because like it's really not that difficult to use. It's fucking more intuitive than it honestly appears. It can get a little hectic at times, like, believe me, like, I don't want to say that I'm the best at this, but, like, fucking, I don't know, I retained a lot of muscle memory from when I was a kid, because this is something that was practically glued, in my Genesis, if it wasn't the, fucking, the tower of power that we call Sonic, Knuckles, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'm sorry. we might put and Knuckles at the end of everything, who knows?
Everyone else is anyway, so... Right.
Dude, but like, okay, look at this shit, man. Look at it. It's just so fucking bright. Like, shout out to the fucking one of the brightest games on the Genesis.
Well,
on
yeah.
The 32X.
I mean, as far as Genesis games go, it's probably the most colorful. Genesis didn't have a terribly great color palette, so...
Yeah, they like... I don't know, man. They definitely made, like, some of the best use that I've seen... color-wise in a lot of the Sonic library. But this goddamn game. Oh, man. Like, yeah. Okay. So, additional history lesson. So, in Japan, this game is just simply known as Chaotix. It was something that was supposed to be a bit of a backdoor pilot that was supposed to introduce, like, essentially more Sonic characters. In fact, it's heavily rumored that Espio was the lead character, and that they were gonna, like, fucking Spyro's adventure the shit out of Knuckles. He was just, you know, the notable face. But apparently, it's just so weird. Tom Kalinske was the president of Sega of America at the time, and, like, why he signed off on the 32X, you know? And keep in mind, like, I'm an apologist. I will admit it right there and then. I will, like, totally admit that, like, the 32X is a shitty little plastic mushroom that fucking grows out of your Genesis and may as well just suck the very power out of the goddamn machine. But...
So what you're saying is that the 32X is a real fun guy to be with?
You fucking... piece of shit. You're a piece of work, sir.
That's what they say.
But there are a lot of gems. Like, I can kind of go on to sing a lot of the praises of the 32X, and like I just think that there's a lot of poor hardware designs, choices within just like the execution of it.
Right.
But like,
I liked,
or not necessarily the execution, the application of it.
Shadow Squadron was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
Not even Shadow. Okay, if you were to ask me, like, if you were to ask anybody, like anybody who knows what's up, like, what's the best console version of like Space Harrier or fucking Afterburner?
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that does not go to the Saturn.
No.
As much as I would like to admit, no. That goes to the 32X versions. Excuse me. I'm also fighting a cold, which, by the way, who the fuck gets sick in August? Like, you bring me that person, and I'll show you somebody who, like, fucking did not grow up with the immune system that they should have. But anyway, yeah, a lot of that praise should go to the 32X ports. But, you know, unfortunately they don't, just because it was just this dumb thing that required 4 more cables to go out of your Genesis, depending on what version of the Genesis you had. And then that was complicated even further if you have a Sega CD attached. A whole different power supply of its own, a fucking very finicky cable, and not only that, I think there were even some that were defective to the point where they could corrupt your fucking your Genesis.
Oh man, really?
So
that's insane.
Yeah, it like there's a lot working against it, unfortunately.
There was something I was going to say in regards to that, though. What was it?
Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter's even got, like, okay, it may not have, like, it doesn't render as many polygons per second, but in terms of frames, it's actually superior on the 32X, I think.
I don't know.
That's
I think
until
the Red Book audio on the Saturn version probably puts it above it, I think.
Well, we're strictly okay. So just so we're clear, we're strictly talking about Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter Remix, totally different story.
Right. Okay.
And like it uses an improved version of the Naomi board. So, but fucking back to this. Okay. So Knuckles Chaotix, essentially they kind of wanted to do something a little bit more creative. I don't even remember who the lead was on this, but it was Sonic Team. Sonic Team kind of, I don't know, man. They omit this part of their history though. Like they actually used like parts of the Ristar engine in Knuckles Chaotix too.
Which
wow, that was a bonehead move of me.
Does not surprise me in the least looking at it.
Yeah, like a lot of the rendering and just like the overall like the 3-dimensional effects all kind of taken from like their work on that, which is like, dude, that if you want to talk about like a 16-bit game that holds up depending on how you output it, like Ristar, which and before we get into semantics, I don't fucking know how it's pronounced. Like just whatever, Ristar. Yeah, just did you grow up pronouncing it like Ristar?
That's all I've ever known it as. Yeah.
God, see, like,
but I didn't grow up with it, you see. I only discovered it through the Sonic Ultimate Genesis collection.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the first time I'd seen it.
Nah, man, I saw that thing playing at a Toys R Us and lost my shit. And then, like, before you know it, it was a trip to Blockbuster. And then that was it. History made. But anyway,
this bonus stage is going on forever, isn't it?
Yeah, dude, it's because I fucked up earlier. Dude, they go on even longer. Like, these are obnoxious, but I love these special stages. Just the quasi 3D element to it is really fucking rad. And also, there's a lot of firsts, but like, if you were to like ask me, oh god damn it, fucking transparent ring. If you were to ask me like which games have the most similarity with one another in the Sonic franchise, I would compare this to essentially like Sonic CD2. Like, it's just so fucking weird and different. And like, there are even like moments of like cutscenes, though poorly done, that like there's a lot going on in this game. Also, I'm gonna show off here. So the same sprite that you were mentioning before from Sonic Crackers, the Sonic sprite, this is what they did with Mighty. Mighty is essentially Sonic sprite just completely redone. Huh. So you'll notice, yeah. They do some light editing, but it's the original sprite from the actual, I believe, Sonic CD. But here's some big differences with Knuckles Chaotix. Knuckles Chaotix is long as fuck. Every level has 5 acts instead of 3 acts.
Oh, wow,
so
yeah.
the end of the 5th act is where you fight Robotnik in whatever dumb machine he may have. Also, all levels non-linear. There are power-ups that you can get through the other other special stages that they offer that do give you some more autonomy with not only controlling your partner, but controlling which levels that you choose. But aside from that, yeah, this game is also hard as fuck, and like it's not because of the unique control style, which I don't know. It's weird that we've gone on this long without really talking about it. The big core mechanic here is the fact that you are constantly attached to your partner at all times, and you have to use them in a way to slingshot yourself and gain additional momentum to kind of fuck it up. So there's also a lot of different power-ups, like one I just hit right now gives you the chance to essentially switch places with your partner temporarily, and that's Mighty's ability. He can wall kick, but when he wall kicks, it gives him more speed, as you notice, than any fucking spin dash could.
Huh.
Excuse me. All characters, except for Charmy the Bee, which fucking worst character ever. I like that fucking Ego Raptor video is not far off. That Charmy the Bee, fuck that stupid bee. I just don't care for bees. Like I'm just, dude. I have a personal bias. I won't shy away from it. I mean, you go on through your life knowing that something that small and that stupid looking could end your life within like fucking minutes if it ever stung you.
Are you really
Unless
allergic
you have
to
some
bees?
goddamn. Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that.
I'm super allergic to bees. Like, it is the goddamn worst. Like, I have to, like, anytime it's spring, and like, there was one that flew in my car one time. It was the worst, dude. Absolute worst. Anyway, yeah, no, he's. Dude, Charmy Bee is shit from an ass. And, like, also, like, one of the most unbalanced, stupidly, like, I'll pick him at some point, just so you can see how fucking stupid he is. Anyway, yeah, you're essentially rubber banding off one another and then using that added benefit of velocity and force momentum to fucking propel yourself through the stages. And I don't know, dude, it's really dope. In addition to that, every character has their own special set of moves. So like, and they all have like this uniqueness to them. Like, of course, you've seen like Vector, who I chose for this playthrough because he's, you have somebody fucking like rocking headphones like straight up beats from Dr. Dre, just fucking. Like, super, like, max and relaxing, chilling.
You mean Beats by Dr. Eggman, right?
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
I went there.
I mean, he's the hippest white guy you know, even though he's, like, every other white guy, a terrorist at large. But anyway, sorry, probably too soon. They all have special abilities that they can use, like, Vector... can also weirdly climb on walls just like Knuckles, which you'll see me use in a bit, though not as intuitive, but he can do so. And he has a double jump, like, thrust that can also be used as an attack. SBO, if you hold the action button, there's a lot of factors that, like, we're probably glossing over here, but I'll get to them. If you hold the action button with SBO against a wall, he can just walk on the wall because he's a chameleon. Get it? Also, I believe that's essentially it. Plus, he has a completely different hitbox because he doesn't roll into a ball like every other fucking Sonic character. Right. He just spins like a ballerina, which is just strange. And then Charmy fucking, like... hovers like an idiot. Like, I hate Charmy so much. And then don't even get me started on the two stupid robots. They're the game's way of like saying fuck you if you mess up at the claw machine. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use Mighty one more time, just kind of show off some other stuff. and some other sprites. So, again, this is the non-linear portion. Each of these stages are completely different, and some of them are fucking huge. We'll go ahead, if I can find a power-up, I will kind of show that off. But essentially, what you're trying to do is get through the stage, and just like older Sonic titles, you trigger the special stage by getting 50 rings throughout the act, keeping them, and then making it to the end so you can jump into the giant ring. So they didn't keep the... well, they do keep the giant ring mechanic in, but that's not actually how you get to the special stages that get you the 7 collectible items here. That's how you get to the bonus stages.
Right.
And there's actually just one bonus stage, which is fucking... God, you want to talk about a trip? Jesus Christ. It's a bit much, but that's where you get the cool power-ups where you can essentially give yourself the ability to stop the claw machine and give you complete and full control over it, as well as slow down the level roulette so you can have more control over what levels you want to do next. But essentially, you're on Carnival Island. You gotta fucking race and beat all the levels and collect all the Chaos Rings, so that way you can fight Metal Sonic. He's the main antagonist in this game. Eggman's just fucking there. I mean, he's in this game, as you saw earlier, but, like, he's just there. Yeah, this is the special stage, which, as you can tell, like, I feel like a lot of Knuckles Chaotix, in terms of game design, went not so much into the proof of concept, but, like, it was very much like Super Mario World. Like, let's just like show off what we can do technology-wise and just make this like a performance piece. Like, here's all the performance of what we're able to render at once on screen. Okay, so there we go. Got it. Okay, so that gives me control over level selection. Now, let's see if we can get the fuck... No, never mind. Fuck it. Fuck everything, you guys. Go home. But yeah. Now... okay, so are you familiar with this game?
Like,
dude, he's just such...
all big and lanky.
I fucking absolutely hate everything that Sonic Heroes did to him, because he was such a dope fucking character. And then, like, what's funny is that, like, in any of the other like Sonic spin-offs, like I said, you really see the spotlight more on Espio. All right, I'm trying to show off his climbing ability. This is fucking probably not the best wall to do. There we go. But yeah, he climbs, which is great because, like, when it comes to the verticality of traversal, gives you an opportunity to kind of explore every nook and cranny. This is where, like, I feel like this game really resembles more Sonic CD, because Sonic CD was never I mean, it was definitely, I would have to say, the fastest Sonic game ever in terms of speed. But in terms of, like, level traversal, it was always more about exploration versus just, like, fucking, like, gotta go fast, weirdly enough.
Oh, but you had to in order to get to other time periods, right?
Yes. But, like, you had to do it in a way where, like, nothing could interrupt your momentum. We'll touch on Sonic CD. That's gonna be... Yeah. That's another big play that we've got. But I'm curious, like, all right, like, what's your exposure to Knuckles Chaotix other than, like, fucking memes and shit talk?
Just you. Your live stream and then what we're looking at here. I haven't seen much on this, but I do know that the mechanic is similar to Sonic, what they wanted to do for Sonic 4.
I wanted this game so badly because, like, my first exposure to this, other than Sega Visions, was the Archie comic, which fucking was also stupid but great.
That's coming to an end now, eh?
Yeah, it's done. It's done in rings. They're like, Sonic's gonna go with IDW.
Huh.
Yeah, which I'm curious to see what they carry over. But like, dude, let's be honest. Like, the Archie that series really went off the rails a lot, and then like it's like I hold it solely responsible for DeviantArt. Like, fucking DeviantArt would never have come into fruition had it not been Sonic the Hedgehog by Archie Comics.
You're probably right. There is definitely a disproportionate amount of, like, Sonic fan art out there.
Oh, dude, no, you can quote me on that. Like, I go on record fully just fucking nuts out.
But
like
hold
that.
on. Isn't there's a game coming out called, like, Sonic Forces or something, right?
Oh,
isn't that, like, the manifestation of this?
I mean... yes and no. I don't even know like the whole premise. I'm gonna be honest. I've done a total media blackout on it because that's not the Sonic game that I think any of us should be excited for. But I mean, I'm still gonna play it.
Yeah, you are.
I feel like it's gonna celebrate everything that I think has gone wrong with Sonic. And like, what's funny is that like Mania is the game that's supposed to bring it to form. Sonic Forces is just the game that panders to everything that's already wrong with Sonic.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, like, there's no shame in Sega the fact that they're just like, no, this is the do-over. This is us getting all the money while we can. Like, let there be no mistake. But like, I don't know, man. I mean, I really like Sonic Generations, and like, it has the Sonic Generations engine.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see.
Also, the like, Sonic Generations, like, there's the two different Sonics, isn't there? Like classic and new.
Yeah,
and
which
then...
apparently they're being billed as siblings. Which
I hate. That's kind of weird. Also, yeah, the third character is like a DIY character, is it not?
Yeah, it's something that you can create. It like trademark OC.
Yes.
Can't,
so it is Sonic the Hedgehog DeviantArt edition.
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna see if we can bring that Sonic Dreams character, we like Pregnant Rebecca, or I don't know.
Oh, God,
I don't remember. I like kind of purged everything that we did on that game that like fateful night. But who knows? If I can recreate that character, I'll be set. I'll be totally fucking cool. I kind of like the 32X is kind of in this weird realm where it also, like the Saturn, it can't be properly emulated. Like it can, and it can't. Like it boggles my mind. Like you're familiar with the Sonic Gems collection, right?
Yeah. I've got that actually.
So, yeah, this game was supposed to be on it. That was supposed to be the fourth game. That was, like, that's actually what delayed a lot of it before they finally said, fuck it, and they didn't release it.
Huh.
Excuse me.
Okay, so Gems Collection had what? It had
Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighters,
right,
and Sonic R.
That's it?
And I don't even know what version of Sonic R it had.
Well, there's only one real version, let's be honest.
The Saturn version.
Yes,
dude.
that's it.
I love that Saturn version. Yeah, but the PC
music is great, but
improved.
man, that game sucked.
Dude, I love that game. I played through it and completed it in one night. I have such a apologist love for that game as well. But I love TJ Davis. Okay, so this is I totally glossed over this. This level is the hardest level in the entire game. This is Amazing Arena. You cannot beat the stage. If you do, it doesn't count until you hit the timer switch, which, as you can tell, made everything like it brought it to life like a fucking afterglow, like dry or like one of those fucking glow in the dark color posters that you find at a smoke shop. But anyway, yeah, dude, the color palette is obnoxious but amazing. Like I'm sorry, I love this game.
It's like 90s encapsulated on a silicon chip.
Yeah, which is okay, and and here's the ring that I was talking about again, where you can find special stages. Let there be no mistake. This game was supposed to be like the definitive like co-op experience for Sonic as well, because like they wanted to do something where they can keep both players at the same level playing field. Without, making, like, one role more disadvantageous than the, disadvantageous. I can't, I'm sorry, I'm
disadvantageous.
So sick. Thank you. I'm, like, ladies and gentlemen, being sick in the summer is the absolute goddamn worst. Anyway, to the first player. So there we go. Got it. Okay, so that's what I was looking for in the last time. And they figured, okay, well, let's just connect them at all times. And then that's when they came with the mechanic of, like, using that to manipulate the already insane speed dynamics of the Sonic gameplay games. The problem is that puts a lot of impetus on, like, fucking trusting the other player. Right. Which, excuse me, which, to be... In all fairness, it's very challenging. I will tell you right now, this game is it's a nightmare to play with somebody else. Like, no matter how much on the same page you are, because the one thing that I felt was probably one of the stupidest omissions, you'll notice that there is going to be a lot of points where when I want a rubber band, I'm gonna go ahead and I will have my my AI character hold, or I can grab my AI character, like fucking right there. Like I can just have him hold any point, and you can't. You like the second player doesn't like none of you had that ability. In order to do the slingshot trick, you guys just literally have to run the opposite direction and somebody has to let go. And then like and kind of just like go with the flow. At any point that you just interrupt any of that, like I'm sorry, this is just a neat dance move. At any point that any of you lets go, like goes against the stream, so to speak, like going against the grain and not fucking like going with the momentum that you slingshot yourself for, you completely fuck up the entire like the premise of it. It's stupid. Okay, we have to hit the second switch here. This is what I'm talking about. This fucking level is a maze. But there we go. Gave ourselves some more time. If that clock runs out and everything goes gray again, we cannot beat the stage. This level is so fucking ridiculous. But anyway, as I was saying, it becomes an incredible... Oh, dude. All right, and there's a lot of power-ups that make you either big or small.
Yeah, I noticed
the small
that.
power-up
See,
is...
like, I was wondering if your character was small or if the level scaled down when your other guy was big.
No, which I think they took that inspiration from Wacky Workbench in Sonic CD, which I love that. They've never brought that back. Or was it... Is it Wacky Workbench, or is it, like, what's the other, like, the end level? There are these fucking, like, laser beams that are unavoidable that just make Sonic super, super tiny, and...
I never made it there.
You never beat Sonic CD?
No.
Oh, dude.
It's hard.
It is. I have my own fucking... So, that's the one thing I think I will, like, definitely shit on this game for. The enemy placement is garbage. Like, it is so bad at times. Oh, god damn it. And then there are times where the slingshot mechanic... Like, I didn't want to do that, but Mighty went in there and, like, fucking dragged me into it. There are times where, like, badniks are just there, and, like, the rings, just like all the older Sonic games, are important if you want to get the good ending and collect all the Chaos Rings. Also, like Sonic CD... this is one of the few older Sonic games where you do not collect Chaos Emeralds. In here, you collect Chaos Rings.
Yeah.
Also, there are no small animals to rescue in this island. This island is a amusement park that's gone wrong. And these are all machines that, as deadly and as stupid as they look, were all modified like Dr. Wily status to fucking kill everyone.
Dr. Wily.
So, Dr. Wily. Which, by the way, you really gotta talk to us about Mega Man Legacy Collection too, because like, you know what's really surprised me, and I can only imagine. I've been imagining this entire time in my headspace, like how much it's been pissing you off. But like, so many people, one of the first things they talk about with like since playing, God damn it, I really wanted to get those fucking TV monitors. Never mind. Since playing Legacy Collection 2, everybody keeps talking about how badly. Fucking Mega Man 7's aged. I'm like, what, dude?
No,
it hasn't aged. But I can only imagine you just like fucking writhing in your chair.
It's not as bad. I don't know. I can deal with people's opinions, right? But I will say that Mega Man 7 doesn't translate perfectly.
No, you know, it's so weird because it's kind of had like this role reversal. Everybody is just like super like, oh, dude, Mega Man 8. So you'll see the attraction there. It also keep track of your progress for the tracks. Okay, so we have full control over the claw this time. So I'm gonna bring Charmy, this fucking worthless, stupid, completely imbalanced and like, okay, if you want to play the game on easy mode and kind of almost defeat the cool part of the fucking game, I'll play as Charmy because he's stupid. He's just stupid looking and fucking dumb.
Dumb name, dumb premise.
Yeah, I hate Charmy so much. But anyway, he doesn't even spin dash. Look at him. He's just fucking lounging on his culo. His stupid stingless culo, or stingerless, I should say. Excuse me. But anyway,
All right, so I just noticed that it says level 2 now instead of level 1. Everything else has said level 1 so far.
Right, because we're doing this level for the second time.
Huh.
There are 5 acts in each stage.
Do you have to do them all?
You have to do them all.
Oh my
so there
God.
are 25 acts total. This game is fucking long. It's the longest Sonic game. Well, all right, I take that back. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, I think that would go as the longest Sonic game. But, like, I don't know. If you were to ask me what you'd probably beat first, if you marathoned, like, you know, either in a setting, it would all depend, especially for, you know, what sort of completion are you going for? Like, are you going for, like, getting all the Chaos Rings? Which, by the way, it gives you no cool, like, you know, you transform to some cool form or whatever. It's just for added completion. All right, here we go. See, this is what you do. It's Charmy. This is what you fucking do. Oh, I'm gonna zippity-doo-dah-day. Zip, zip-zap. Fucking don't run. You can't run. Running is stupid. God, I hate this character. It's like the most, like, it plays nothing like you want a Sonic game to play like. And if somebody picks that character, oh, like when you're playing 2-player, absolute worst. I literally am like, dude, I'm not. Fucking, it's stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. But anyway, the AI is somewhat like tolerable when that fucking character's around.
I can't play shoot 'em ups with 2-player very well either. Most modern ones have the screen shift independent of your movement, so it gets kind of confusing sometimes. Oh man.
There's a lot of cool ideas. Like, there's some stuff that I still have yet to touch on that they've actually, I think they brought into Sonic Mania. So, like, there's a blue ring power-up that you can get.
Yeah.
That when you get the power-up, if you lose any of your rings, instead of them splashing everywhere, it's all contained within one single ring. And if you touch it, you get all your rings back.
Oh wait, is that what that silver ring was?
That blue ring from earlier? Yeah, that's what that was.
Okay.
Also, there's the size, which when you're bigger, dude, the bigger one is definitely the power-up. It gives you a crazy height advantage for jumping, and a power advantage. Fuck. Nice. This one you got to get really ballsy with, so that's why like I had to make sure I got all the rings I could. Right, boom.
Doink,
get it.
There it is. Right on.
Yeah. This one, dude, in the later stages, it gets to be fucking crazy. And the platform... Okay, so now, we'll get to that part where it'll start introducing platforming. It's a... it's a trip. And plus, like, okay, these forced perspectives, like right here, are a bit much. You kind of just gotta... You gotta be real... Gotta use that sweet Sonic skill. Which, fuck, like...
Gotta pull a James McCloud, eh?
Gotta
follow
fucking
your
make sure
instincts.
you keep your G diffuser in check. But yeah, I wanted to. There was a point I wanted to kind of touch back further. This game has only been re-released once. Would you care to guess what platform it was re-released on?
R-Zone.
No. Oh god, that fuck. I would own it in a heartbeat.
Let's see.
No, it's a digital platform.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Game Tap.
Game Tap.
Yeah, that was a PC digital platform. Okay. That was also the only other way you could play Panzer Dragoon and other Saturn. And they apparently Sega like worked in conjunction with them when they saw that they could emulate like a lot of obscure Sega titles. So like the only two 32X games that made it to Game Tap, I want to say, are Knuckles Chaotix and Tempo.
Oh yeah,
which Tempo
that's getting expensive now.
It's dude. Well, no, the sequel is. I think you can still find it reasonable on 32X. Did you see that sweet move? I don't even know how I did that, but I did it.
It was pretty slick. Yeah.
All right, so I have 71 rings left. The rings act as your timer. So the more rings you have, the more time you get to spend, which is also like unlike any of the other special stages. It makes a big difference. Also, keep in mind from here, we are taking an oh no, wait, no, this is the same route. God, I could. Oh well, yeah, I've already got all my blue spheres. So I'm actually really like, I don't know, I can't talk about it much, but like I'm really interested to hear, because like Christian Whitehead and like the other people like that worked on Sonic Mania, they were kind of loosely alluding to the fact that like a lot of the assets they used in the special stage were not actually originally made, but like borrowed from the Saturn. So I'm trying to find out like where they got like one of the assets. It does closely resemble the Super 3D Sonic 3D Blast like model. But anyway, this is Knuckles Chaotix. This game's long as fuck, so we'll go. Look at them! Look at that idle animation! So dope.
Yeah.
Fucking dope. This latest Play video from Press Pause Radio was brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/PressPauseRadio, and you can get access to over 100,000 titles to choose from your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.